and welcome to my channel. Today this is Audi's answer to those of you who can't quite go to electric vehicles yet. I'll be driving the Q5 TFSI E plug-in hybrid together with the 2-litre petrol engine and the combined 14 kilowatt battery. It will do a 0 to 60 in 6.1 seconds, giving it 300 brake horsepower. That's pretty impressive for an SUV of this size. Of course, being a quattro as well gives you very good handling. Range is what most people are concerned when it comes to electric vehicles. With this plug-in hybrid, you can do your short trips on purely electric power, and Audi claim it would be 26 miles. And then if you should run out, you've got the petrol backup. Charging the Q5 is really easy. You can do this with a 7.4 kilowatt charge box, which would take you about 2 hours. You can get these installed at home or find it in most shopping centres and supermarkets. You can also charge the car with a 3-pin plug. Personally, I wouldn't do this as it takes 6 hours and it's not very good for the battery. You also have settings on it that you can utilise to have specific charge times. This would be quite beneficial if you have got cheaper rate electricity and you want to make the most of this. Not to mention, by 2030, electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids is all that you will be able to buy on the car market. That's what the UK are aiming for. And I'm hoping by then that the plug-in hybrids are ever so slightly improved, because I'm averaging around 20 miles to the electric standalone motors. And that's not really a huge amount. I would expect it a little bit more. Given that this is the new technology Audi have now as well, I'd expect it to sort of give me maybe 40-50 miles. So in that way, most of your journeys you will be doing all electric. The UK are still not fully adapted to the infrastructure for electric vehicles. We're still a little bit behind on that. So you struggle to sort of charge it where needed to quite quickly. That said though, I'm still getting around a 51 miles to a gallon combined, so it's actually not too bad for this size vehicle. It's a mid-sized family vehicle, it's got quite a bit of room in the back, but more importantly, it feels really good to drive. It feels solid on the road. You have the four-wheel drive system now, this quattro system, and yeah, it holds the road nicely. Going through country lanes, it does wobble a little bit, but then you wouldn't want to be chucking this in a corner. It is a family SUV. However, if you did go for the SQ5, that you could chuck around corners. This vehicle doesn't have adaptive suspension. If you go for the Vorsprung of this model, then you could get adaptive suspension to go with it. With the intelligent drive system as well, that's quite a good system, and the Audi e-tron has the same feature, slightly improved. What it's doing is through the sat-nav and sensors within the car, it's reading the road constantly, and then basically it brakes for you. If it's coming up to a bend, it starts easing off for you as well. A little bit weird to get used to at first, but once you're used to it, actually it's quite an enjoyable experience. You see my review on the Audi e-tron that I do, I talk about it in that system there. This one does it as well. If you're coasting along and it's just sort of going down a straight road or down a hill and it wants to preserve some battery, it does almost put it in neutral mode and it will coast away. It feels a little bit weird as if the car was running away with you, but like I said, once you get used to it with all these things, with these new technologies, you'll actually quite enjoy it. I certainly do. Performance is also good. In a straight line, like I said, 0 to 60 in 6.1 seconds. It's all you need really. However, if you go for the 55 Quattro of the TFSI E, then you will be doing it in about 5.3 seconds, which I think if you spend the extra 5k, you would not be disappointed. The digital cockpit is a really good feature. It has plenty of options, and the maps personally is my favourite. It helps keep the eyes on the road whilst you've got all the information you need. The layout on this car is designed well, and the features are easy to use. I also like the gear selector. It has a nice feel to it and is subtle. The rest of the cockpit is a nice place to be, with the buttons on the likes of the aircon and the heated seats are actually buttons and not the touchscreens you get in most cars nowadays. The Bang & Olufsen sound system, in my opinion, is absolutely epic, and if you're a music lover, it's a must-buy on this car. It will also quite comfortably sit 3 adults in the back, or if you have 2 child seats either side, you have to squeeze the adult in the middle, or will quite easily fit a teenager in there. The looks in this car, I think you'll agree with me, will not disappoint. However, there is a facelift model coming out later this year, so if you are in the market for a car of this size, I'd probably wait a few more months and get the latest model. So this Q5 I think is a very nice vehicle, so it should be when it's priced at £53,000, and of course that's not the top of the range. If you go for the 55 Vorsprung, you're looking at closer to 58. However, you do get premium value or premium quality for what you're paying, absolutely, so I think you wouldn't go wrong. So if you're in the market for a premium mid-size SUV, absolutely put this on top of your list. Thanks for watching.